Foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And a sincere shalom, wa barakathum to the hopeful elect, the men that are prophesying and laboring in this truth throughout the four winds of the world in the correct doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. To you I say shalom. All right, this lesson is going to be on how this judicial system that Esau has in place here in America is a part of Esau's sword. All right. And if you know the scriptures, that was Esau's blessing. Esau's blessing was the sword. Okay. And I'm going to get that. And you got to understand that the sword is not just, the modern day sword is your gun. All right. But the sword is anything that'll kill you. All right. And this judicial system has killed more Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites, who are you Israelites, all right, than anything, all right, not just physically, mentally, spiritually, all right, what this judicial system, this prison system does to our people, it ultimately kills them, all right, they come out of jail as like, walking zombies or madder than they were, matter meaning, out of their mind, okay, insane, so to speak. They're mentally effed up. Okay, they come out. A lot of them turn to the streets. They turn to drugs. All right, they're depressed. Okay, turn to crime. People treat them like shit. Your family doesn't, is looking at you a certain way. And that's all a part of Esau's sword. All right, and what inspired me, to do this lesson was when I saw this this Netflix documentary on called When They See Us. This one right here about these five young men whose life were dramatically changed for something they didn't do, for a crime, for a rape in Central Park in 1989 that they had no part of. All right, but this just shows you how Esau uses this wicked, unrighteous judicial system to kill our people. All right, it is a part of their sword. It's part of the Esau's blessing, and also it's a part of our curses. Okay, so and it's a lot of information I want to bring out because, of course, these young men were exonerated, but hey, the damage is done. All right, their lives are changed forever. Okay, and people don't understand. Yeah, they got out of jail. They got, I don't know how much money they got. That money don't mean shit. They could have died in jail. All right, you don't understand how the prison system works, where every day there's someone in a prison system in America, all right, in a prison in America, not prison system in America, where someone loses their life, all right, but that's not going to make any news, all right, because at the end of the day, the public thinks thinks of the men or women in prison as who gives a shit, all right, that's what they deserve. All right, but these men, all right, these men now, where these were kids, back when this happened, all right, they were young men, okay, and they could have lost their lives for something that they didn't commit, and that just shows you how flawed and wicked this system is. All right, so let me get into the scriptures. And I'm gonna pull some, I'm gonna pull some precepts. I'm gonna pull some facts. I don't want this to go on, but this is something that has to be exposed. All right, because yeah, we know Esau. They make the laws. Okay, they make the laws. They set the laws in place, and we have to abide by them. All right, whether we like them or not, whether they're righteous or they're unrighteous. Okay, who sets these laws of Esau? All right, that's why the laws of the Bible are the most righteous laws, the righteous laws you can live by, not these laws that Esau, this devil, the so-called white man, puts into place. All right, so let me get the scripture. This is Genesis chapter 27. All right, and this is talking about Esau and Jacob, and the when Isaac blessed Esau and blessed Jacob. All right. And of course, if you don't know the story, Jacob supplanted Esau for the blessing. All right, Esau despised his blessing. The blessing was the inheritance. The blessing was the kingdom of heaven. All right, Esau despised his blessing. He sold his birthright. All right, he sold his birthright for a morsel of meat. All right, like the scripture says in Hebrews the 12th chapter. All right, lest there be any fornicator as Esau, who sold his birthright for let me get it. So like, yeah, I don't want to misquote it, you know. This is Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected and found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. All right, and let's get back to Esau's blessing. All right, because like I said, Esau's blessing is the sword. All right, not just a killing instrument, a physical killing instrument, but his judicial system is a killing instrument. It's killed, millions of our people over the years. All right, go all the way going back to the slavery times. You have examples like Emmett Till. You have all kind of examples down south where Esau was these devils were killing our people. All right, innocent. Okay, you had laws in California where a Native American woman couldn't testify. Was allowed that law was damn near nationwide, where a person of so-called color, an Israelite, couldn't testify against a so-called white man. Okay, so let me get to this scripture to pinpoint this blessing that Esau was given by his father Isaac. This is Genesis chapter 27, and I'm gonna start at verse 39. And Isaac his father answered him and said, "Behold." Actually, let me start up. I started at 37. Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? All right. Jacob came and supplanted Esau for the blessing. All right. And Isaac is, basically explaining to Esau, I have no more blessings for you. All right. The blessing, all right, the most important blessing was given to your brother Jacob. Okay. Verse 39, and Esau said unto his father, Hast thou one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. All right. Esau, was catching feelings, got emotional like a little bitch. And he was begging his father for a blessing. All right. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of the heaven of above. That's why Esau is, he has the fatness of the earth right now. He's ruling. All right. This is his age. This is his time of rulership. Okay. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. Okay? So that was Esau's blessing. He lived by the sword. All right? That's how the so-called white man is able to rule currently right now. How he's able to rule over all these nations. How he's able to subdue all these nations. Living by the sword. His technology. His judicial system. Okay? If we were living by the righteous laws of the scriptures, we'd be in the kingdom of heaven. But if we were living by the laws of the scriptures, Esau would break every law. All right, these Edomites would be in jail more than Jake. Okay, but we're living by Esau's judicial system, where they make the laws. They make up the unrighteous decrees. Okay, actually, let me get that. It's Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay, and all these laws in this system are set up against you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, and then people say, oh, okay, just don't. Yeah, we got to follow the law, but we can't get caught up in Esau's system. And man, Jake is out there. Jake tries. All right, but Esau writes specific laws to trap our people. All right, that's evident. Okay, they like in this when they see us. All right, they basically coerced their statements of these young men. All right, the same thing. Esau's been using these tactics for forever. All right, and in these last days, it's being exposed. All right, because the whoever this director was, the spirit was on him to make this. All right, because they were exonerated damn near over. The last one got out of prison, I believe, in 2003. So this could have been done over 10 years ago. All right, why didn't anyone do the documentary, or why didn't anyone put together a compile of statements and make this Netflix movie or small series, mini series 10 years ago, 15 years ago, because we're living in those last days while Esau has to be exposed. All right, this devil right here, this devil prosecutor, all right, she's being exposed. All right, she's catching all kind of hell, but hey, that's the spirit of Esau. All right, she's not sorry for anything she did. All right, she's still trying to say that those five young men, or men now, are guilty. All right, but that's just the spirit of Esau. That's the spirit of Esau. Could get caught red-handed. They're not going to admit to anything. Okay, so actually, let me get back to the script. And turn aside the needy from judgment, and take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right, so it's no judgment. You don't get any righteous judgment in these judicial systems in Esau's courts. All right, Esau is going to always throw the book at Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, and of course, our people go off. Our people are bugged out. They do wicked ass shit, and some of them need to be thrown in jail. All right, but there's a lot of Jakes out there that have are in jail that are innocent. All right, because this is part of this system. This is part of the curses. Okay, actually, let me get this. Let me see. Yeah, I'll get this real quick. This is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and I'm going to jump to the 32nd verse. This is the curses. And thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hands. All right, so, our Israelites sons and daughters are being taken away and thrown into the prison. Thrown into this prison system, thrown into the jail, all right? And the parents, the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, they have no might. They have no might in our hand, all right? And it says, and fail longing for them all day long, all right? This judicial system, it breaks up families, okay? You got, it breaks up marriages. It destroys the Israelite family, okay? That's what essentially it does, okay? And your son, your daughter, all right, your grandson, your granddaughter, or whoever may be locked up, you worry about them because you still love them, all right, whether they're innocent or they're guilty, all right, they're sitting in that cell, okay, you don't know if they're safe or not, all right, that's anxiety, that's anguish, that's grief that'll kill you, all right, that'll take years from you, that'll give you ulcers and all kind of ailments that to deteriorate your body. Okay, that's part of the curses. That's part of us as a nation going off, not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, going off following deities and other false gods, following after the ways of the heathens. All right, so that's our punishment. All right, but Esau has a punishment also. All right, Esau will pay for all this unrighteous dealings he dealt to our people throughout the years. All right, through their judicial system, through their blessing, the sword. All right. Let me see. Let me get this scripture right here. This is Psalms 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? All right, that's what Esau does. They frame mischief. All right, they'll get you caught up in your words. That's why the whole judicial system is written in Latin. All right, it's not necessarily written in Latin, but some of the words go back to Latin words where they try to confuse Jake. All right, where you don't, they may say a word where you may think it means something, but it means something else. All right, they frame with mischief by law. All right, their whole law, the way their laws are structured is nothing but mischief, nothing but lies, it's nothing but sorcery. All right, to get you trapped up. All right, to throw as many years as they can at Jake, while Edomites, they do wickedness, but they get out, scotch free. You got Edomites that rape little girls and have, pedophiles. They get out in a year or two. All right, and what do you know? They doing the same damn thing. Okay, but if Jake get caught with some weed or something, it is wicked too. They get him 10 years. All right. Let me see. Oh yeah, let me get this real quick. This is Job going and how deceitful these Edomites are. All right, this is Job 15 and verse 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity. Their belly prepares deceit. All right, that's the spirit of Esau. That's the spirit of these devils. They conceive mischief. All right, they're always trying to be deceitful. All right, just like they trap these kids in this documentary when they see us. All right, they made them all feel comfortable. You're gonna go home and just tell us a story, and they play that good cop bad cop shit. All right, and these are young men. All right, some were 13, 14, 15. All right, they didn't know anything about any law. They didn't know. They just wanted to go home. And Esau, this devil, conceived mischief and was deceitful and used that against them. All right, and even if they did throw those statements, those recordings out in court, all right, the damage was done. All right, they already somewhat confessed to something that they didn't do. All right, that's how the spirit of this devil. That's why these Edomites, you're gonna have to pay. You Edomites, you devils are gonna have to pay. This devil right here, Linda Fairstein, she's going to have to pay. All right, she's going to pay on this side, and she's going to pay in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and that's the spirit of these devils. I'm gonna get to these other facts in these articles I pulled up about Jake getting exonerated. All right, that don't mean shit. These Jake's lives are gone. All right. Oh yeah, they exonerated them. They sued and got, man. Your money doesn't mean nothing. What about these men's lives? All right. And you know what? Let me pull this up real quick. This is the innocentproject.org, and I just want to show the statistic. Look at this. This is the percentages of the demographic of the men that are exonerated. All right, so to speak. All right, 62% African American. Excuse me, 7% Latino. Native American, Israelites, all right, and these numbers are inflated. All right, they probably Esau's probably 20%. Latinos are probably higher than 7%. So more than likely, it's 75% or almost 75% Israelites that are getting exonerated. All right, that don't show you something. All right, I'm pretty sure Asian Americans and these other heathen nations, Edomites, they do crimes too. All right, but all our people are getting exonerated because through DNA evidence. All right. What about the ones that didn't have DNA evidence that are innocent? They don't give a shit about them. Okay. So at least 75% of Israelites are being exonerated due to DNA. All right. So like I say, they if you spend a week in jail, in prison, all right, your life is at risk every day, every minute. All right. You can get into a beef with someone you don't know, and shit, bam, someone then shanked you or whatever. All right, who knows? And no one wants to go to prison. Damn sure don't want to go to prison for being innocent. Okay, but that's this system. That's this system. That's the Esau sword at its best. All right, this judicial system. That's been flawed ever since it began. All right, because it does nothing but throw Israelites in jail, and they did a lot of that during the after the Civil War, after the slaves were freed. All right, and that's in the Constitution where if you're in jail, you're a slave. Slavery. Once they would throw a lot of Jakes in jail because Jake didn't know. After the Civil War, Jake didn't have no jobs. They didn't have where to go. So if you were loitering, all right, if you weren't in a specific place, they throw you in jail. And throwing you back in jail in those days was like throwing you right back on the damn plantation. All right. So it's a flawed system that's been in place forever. All right. But hey, Edomites are going to pay, man. They're going to pay with their blood, and then they're going to pay with their slave labor for 1,000 years. All right, let me see what else I had. Let me see. Oh yeah, I want to get this. Salakia. This is Psalms 27 and verse 12. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. Okay, and that's the spirit. That's the spirit of these devils, man. They do nothing but bear false witness against their brethren Jacob. All right, you know that's what Jacob did back in Deuteronomy, Genesis 27 chapter. He said he supplanted me. He stole my birthright. He stole my birthright once. All right, if I went back, it was I'll show you. All right, he said they Esau's been bearing false witness on Jake forever. All right, they get in court, they lie. All right, and the jury believes them because hey, a white face is easy to believe. All right, this is Genesis. Back in Genesis, let me see, 27. I'm gonna get this one part. Here it is, verse 36. And he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob, Yaquab? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. That's a damn lie. Esau sold Jacob the birthright, all right, for that morsel of meat when he was faint in the field. And behold, now he have taken away my blessing. All right, these devils do nothing but bear false witness. All right, and they get away with it, because they're Edomites. All right, because they can do no wrong in the eyes of this wicked ass society, in the eyes of you 2/3 niggas, in the eyes of the other Edomites. Look at the Emmett Till situation. All right, that girl on her deathbed said no, he never whistled at me or whatever. Okay, but they drugged that Jake. All right, by that drug him and drug him to death, pretty much. All right, beat him and drug him to death. Those are things that happen, and many cases have like that have happened over the years, hundreds of years. All right. Let me see. This is Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they sell them and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Okay, so after all this exonerating and Esau, coming out and saying, we were wrong, we apologize, they still don't hold themselves guilty. They hold themselves not guilty. They feel that they done nothing wrong. They say, oh, blame it on the system. No, who is the system? You Edomites. You Edomites run this system. You Edomites make these laws. All right? But you Edomites would never hold yourself accountable. Like this devil right here. She says, let me see. She said something where she just denied it, said it was fabricated. When they see us documentary was fabricated. Here it is, right here. They feel she feel well. I was doing my job.
Prosecutor portrayed in an
series as an outright fabrication. All right, but what are the facts? The accuser, not the accuser, the suspect, the main suspect, who you devil should have been looking for. All right, he came out and admitted it. They had the DNA evidence, and she still is claiming that these boys are these young men now. These men are young kids at the time were guilty. All right, these devils, even that's the spirit of these devils. They can't do right. All right, whether you could beat them over the head, they won't get right. All right, this is Sirach chapter 14. Because you got to understand, the spirit is in these Edomites is not a right spirit. It's not a righteous spirit. All right, it's the deceitful, devilish, wicked ass spirit. This is Sirach chapter 14 and let me see. Oh, verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. All right, these devils can't do good. All right, it's not in their DNA. It's not in their spirit to help anyone to do righteousness. Okay, because like I said, the spirit in them is not right. All right. Let me see. I had. Let me get this. Because you Israelites, you got to realize that these devils hate you. All right. And if you watch, and I suggest that if you haven't seen this, When They See Us a mini series documentary on Netflix, you see it. All right, because it shows you the pure hatred that these devils, that these Edomites have for you. All right, they had so much evidence not pointing to these five young men. All right, but they still persecuted them. They still did time. All right, and they were innocent. Okay, this is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and thou hast shed the blood of the children of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and in the time of their iniquity had an end. All right, let's look at this word perpetual. Okay, where is it? Olam. Long duration and iniquity. All right, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient, everlasting. All right, these devils gonna hate you forever. All right, you niggas out there trying to, stop racism and can we get along and equal rights. These devils will never give you equal rights. This system, this judicial system, will never be in your damn favor, regardless if it's criminal, if it's civil court. All right, it's not gonna be in your favor. All right, you can sue someone. It's not gonna be in your favor. You're not going to get the same settlement as an Edomite, okay? You're not going to get the same ruling as an Edomite. You're not going to get the same nothing as an Edomite in their courts. They make the laws. They pick the judges. They pick the prosecutors. They pick the DA, all right? When you go into court in this Edomite system, in the Edomite courts, the cards are stacked against you already, all right? Oh, here it is, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so blood's going to pursue you, Edomites, because you shed the blood of the children of Israel, the apple of the Most High's eye. All right, so you're not going to get away with this. You're not going to die off and ride into the sunset. No, it don't work like that with the Most High. All right, it don't work like with the Heavenly Father and His Son Yahweh Shai. Okay, and I put up a few examples. This Jake right here, he served 20 years in prison. He got exonerated from a murder. This man is 60 years old. All right, his life is gone. All right, whether I didn't read the whole article, but whether he sued the state or whatever or not. All right, 20 years of his life in prison. Okay, he's an old man. What did he look forward to? But death. All right, he probably got diabetes and all kind of ailments, dealing with niggas in jail and dealing with nigga shit. All right, he was innocent. All right, this guy right here. If I don't know if everyone remembers this story about this Jake. He played football for Long Beach Poly in Long Beach, California. He was he said it was he had a scholarship to USC, so he was pretty good. All right, he could have had a career possibly in the NFL. All right, he was charged, and the sad thing about it was an Israelite woman, a so-called black woman, that said that he raped her and he didn't rape her. All right, but Esau doesn't in this judicial system. The women is always right. This system is set up for the woman in the courts. and in everything. Okay, that's a part of Esau putting our women against us. All right, which is part of the curses also. All right, but hey, he went to jail and he got exonerated. All right, and the girl came out and said that no, I was lying. All right, but what happened to her? Nothing. All right, I think the school district wanted her to pay the money back, but I'm pretty sure that never happened. Okay, but this life is done. His life is not through. All right, but those aspirations of playing football are through. Okay, he has to try to piece together his life and try to make what he can of it. All right, but he's always going to be known as a rapist. All right, whether you exonerate it or not, you're always going to be looked at funny. All right, because maybe he did murder them people, or maybe he did rape that girl. All right, that's how these young men were looked at. All right, at least while they after they got out, before they got it completely exonerated, it was hard for them to get jobs. They were working all kind of odd jobs, working in Starbucks. This guy right here, man. If you watch it, this Jake right here, man. He had it the worst. All right, and he was. If you watch the series, the mini series, he was helping a friend. He didn't have nothing. He wasn't even there. All right. But hey, man, you gotta watch this. It's a heavy series, man, and you can see, you can feel the grief and the anguish. It's deep, it's heavy. All right, I got a few more scriptures, and then I'm gonna close this out. I don't want to make this that long, but the Spirit got me going. Next verse I want to get is 7. Salakia 7. Isaiah chapter 33 in verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest and that was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they have not dealt treacherously with them. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. All right, yes, you Edomites. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, then shall deal treacherously with thee. All right, woe to you. Woe means destruction. Woe to you, Edomites. You weren't spoiled. Our people were spoiled. You dealt treacherously with our people. All right, through your judicial system. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing to you. The same thing is coming to you. All right, slavery. All right, all kind of we ain't gonna have unrighteous decree. We're gonna be following laws in the kingdom of heaven, but you're gonna get your ass whooped. All right, you're gonna pay. All right, there's gonna be a recompense for that, for all the wickedness you've done, all the wickedness you spewed up against Israelites. All right, throughout these years. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, let me get this. It's Lamentations 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. Edom is referring to you Edomites, all right? The so-called white man. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. That cup is talking about slavery. That cup is talking about all the things that our people have went through, all right? Being thrown in prison innocently. Being innocent, thrown in prison, serving hardcore time. All right. You know what goes on in prison. A lot of these jakes that go into prison, they may be innocent. They get raped in there. They get turned out on drugs. All types of stuff happens in there. All right. The same thing is going to happen to you Edomites. We're not going to be raping you Edomites in the kingdom of heaven and none of that wicked ass gay stuff. All right, but you're going to get your ass kicked. That same cup, that slavery. All right, you're going to have those same curses that were put on our people. All right, your family's going to be broken up. You're going to have anguish and grief and heartache. All right, you're going to feel that undying feeling of anxiety. All right, that's going to happen to you. That's the part of that cup. All right, that's part of that cup that you're going to have to drink. All right, the cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. All right, you're being made naked. You're being made bare now. All right, because these facts and these documentaries are coming out exposing you Edomites. That shows you we're in these last days. All right, Like I said, this documentary, it could have came out 10 years ago. All right, why did it have to come out now? All right, it's going to build that racial tension. People are going to watch this, and they're going to see who their enemy is. All right, what does the scripture say about your enemy? All right, because you Jakes don't even know who your damn enemy is. You watch this documentary. You if you don't understand this truth, you it may start to get a lot clearer who your damn enemy is. This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right, iron's going to rust regardless. All right, so this devil, never trust your enemy. Just as iron is going to rust, so is the wickedness of Esau. So is the wickedness of these devils, these Edomites. So is the wickedness of these heathens. All right, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. All right, like these. If you watch this documentary, this miniseries documentary, it shows you how these Edomites, they play these jakes. All right, they try to act like they're your friend. Oh, you want to go home? You just tell us what happened, and made them make up a story about some shit that never happened, some shit that they never took place in. All right, take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right, so they're going to be humble and act like they're your friend, act like they want to look out for you. Okay, they got your best interest in mind. They don't. All right, none of these devils never have your best interest in mind. They're going to see how they can overthrow you and throw you in jail, trap you up in your words. Okay, trap you up in some bullshit, throw your ass in jail. Give you throw time on top of time. All right, that's the spirit of these devils. All right. Let me see. Last script I want to get. I think it's the last script I want to get. If nothing else come to me, it's Revelations 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power, the Most High, Yahweh, and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. The accuser of our brethren is Esau, the so-called white man. He's going to be cast down. All right? He's going to be cast down in that lake of fire. He's going to be cast down out of his rulership seat. All right? He's going to be cast down low. He's going to be made bare. All right? All these things are happening to the so-called white man. All right? His judicial system, all right, is going to be cast down. All right? It's going to be no more. They're not going to be able to throw Jake in jail for anything. They're going to be throw all these different laws that, these unrighteous, wicked laws they put into place. All right. They're not going to be able to do that no more. They're going to be cast down. They're going to be done with. All right. And they're going to come back in the kingdom of heaven, and they're going to serve 1,000 years of hard slavery. All right. And then they're going to be Obadiah 1 and 18. All right. That's what the scriptures say. They're going to be taken off of the earth forever. All right. The whole existence of Esau, Edom, the so-called white people, the so-called white race, is not going to be anymore. All right. And it's past due, man. Because Israel's waking up. All right. And it's beautiful that it's kind of effed up, but it's beautiful that these documentaries like this are coming out. Exposing Esau. Okay. And it's going to be more, all right. And even though people say, Edomites control these avenues, but hey, it's the spirit of the Lord that's on these directors to bring the stuff out, okay. So hey, we living in those last days, and Esau's being exposed, and their kingdom and their rulership is coming to an end, all right. Their judicial system, all their unrighteous decrees over the years are being exposed, all right. And ain't shit you could do about it, Esau. You can, flag our videos all you want, but hey, the truth is going to come out. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And I want to give all praise, glory, and honor due to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash, double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.